Now that the qualifiers and the friendly round are finally done, it is time to start Season 2 of the Majora Cup, hosted by the Supernovas. Here we are in the Novodrome with Event 1 Hill Climbing. This is a brand new event. We already saw it in the qualifiers, though. You should know how it works if you did watch the qualifiers or the friendly round. We have the Sunray Swirls here, one of the 16 test teams, showing us how this event is done, and that is a very good score, simply from the test team. 125.8, so you have your distance score and then separation for a total of 125.4. The Supernovas, our hosts, will kick us off here. The hosts didn't do great in the friendly round. We'll have to see how they can do here, and that immediately looks really good. There is a bit of separation there, but the distance will make up for it, 125.1. Surprisingly, not as good as the Sunray Swirls, but they will still get into P1. Now our champions from Season 1, Team Chroma. How will they do here? Ooh, and it's not looking good. They subbed in their reserve Hugh for this event, and it seemed to not go well. Lots of separation there. 121.2 is not good. And now the Wicked Wolves are up next. And how did they do? That looks pretty good. The distance is pretty good, but there's a bit of separation there. We'll have to see where that puts them. And that actually puts them in P1. 131 for the distance is very solid. And that will make up for it. Now the Supersonic Speeders are up next. Got third in Season 1. And ooh, I don't know if that's looking like a very good run. Yeah, P3. It's not as bad as Team Chroma, but it wasn't great. Now the Lizard Leapers are up next. They actually hold the record for this event, if I remember correctly, because they won it in the qualifiers, but that's not going to show for it. That is a pretty poor run by them. It won't be as bad as the Supersonic Spirits or Team Chroma, but it's still only P3. Now the Megabots won Group B, surprisingly, despite coming from the B League. So let's see what they can do here. And the separation, it's looking pretty good there. And it'll be about a 124. It's a pretty solid run for them. And now the Candy Crushers. This is their first time qualifying, and that is looking very good. It won't challenge the Wicked Wolves, but it'll actually get very close. I think that ties with the Supernovas, but they will win on distance. And now the Pyromaniacs up next. Pyromaniacs did very well in the qualifiers. And this looks pretty solid. 124.7, that puts them into 5th. Here you can see the top half. Wicked Wolves, Candy Crushers, and Supernovas are on the provisional podium. Our defending champions, Team Chroma, in last, surprisingly. But now we have the Frostbite Flyers. Frostbite Flyers, I think, got second in this event in qualifiers, if I remember correctly. But that's not looking great. Same as the Lizard Leapers there. 123.3 will only put them into 6th. Now the Science Sprinters. Science Sprinters, they came out of nowhere. Got 1 point in the first 2 events. Got 2 golds in the last 2. Will they do better than their first season? And this is not looking like it. That front marble was really far ahead. 132.2 for the front marble. But the separation absolutely kills them, and they will go into last. Now the Balls of Goo up next. Balls of Goo surprisingly qualified by getting a golden archery, and how will they do here? It's not looking too bad. 120.2. Actually, no, that is pretty bad. That's last. Oh, wow. Yeah, forget what I said there. Now the Deep Sea Divers, champions of the Season 1 B League. They have a lot to live up for here, and ooh, that's not looking good. I don't think that'll really show for much, and that'll also go into last. 3 last place finishes in a row. This is not good for the back half of these runs, but what about the Caramel Crew? Got second in the B League, but they qualified for this season, and that looks much better, at least in terms of the separation. How will the distance do? The distance, it's not very good. It'll land them P7. It could be a top half finish, but we still have 3 runs left to go, including the Zodiac Signs, who got 9th in the B League after a shocking fail to qualify. And this doesn't look too bad. P9, though, it's not very good either. And now the Planetary Pirates are penultimate runners. Surprising that they qualified this season after getting 11th in the B League last season, barely avoiding relegation. And That'll definitely show more of their Season 1 performance. P9. Again, it's not the worst thing ever, but it's still pretty bad. Team Antarctic, the final team. They did pretty well in this event in the qualifiers. How will they do? Oh, no. That is not a good run for them. And here we have the podium. Wicked Wolves on the top. Candy Crushers getting second. And our hosts will pick up the first bronze of the season. Team Antarctic and Deep Sea Divers, surprisingly the bottom two. You can see the standings. It will shake out the exact same. We'll see you next time for Balancing.